lot, but I'm a huge fan.
A fan of whom?
You.
Okay, you may continue.
My question is, of all your cameos in all of the movies, which one is your favorite?
Oh golly, I don't even remember them all. I kind of like the one where they wouldn't let me into the wedding at the Fantastic Four. and I like the one where Iron Man thought I was Hugh Hefner. I'll tell you a funny thing about that. That was nice to do, because there were these three pretty blondes, and I was supposed to stand with my arms around all three of them. Now, naturally, if you're going to have your arms around three pretty girls, they have to be pretty close to you because your arms aren't that long. So that made it nice. In order to look like Hugh Hefner, they wanted me to smoke a pipe. They put a pipe in my mouth. So I want you to get the picture. I'm standing up, my arms are around three pretty girls, and I got a pipe in my mouth. Robert Downey Jr. passes behind me and says something like, "Hello, F," I don't know. And I'm supposed to turn around. So I had the pipe in my mouth, and every time I turned around, the pipe hit the girl next to me. If you ever see that movie again, you'll notice I'm not smoking the pipe in that scene. By the way, I have something very important to tell you. I'm sure I'm such a big hit here now that I'll be invited back next year. You didn't let me get to the punchline. So if I'm invited back next year, this is your personal responsibility. I want you to make sure that these damn chairs aren't so uncomfortable. There's no place to put your feet. There should be a thing you can put your feet on. So my legs are dangling like a puppet. I can't reach the floor. It's a little too far away. And there's nothing to put your feet on. You don't seem to mind me. You're a nice, uncomplaining guy. Me, I'm a complainer.
We could get somebody to lay here and you can put your feet on. We have a volunteer.
Get away, go.
No.
All right, let's be incredibly serious and dull. Oh, there's a great... Hey, this is terrific. Now I won't be as irascible as I was. You guys sure know how to treat a guest.
Not just a guest, you're a king.
Oh, that's why I always like Dr. Doom as a villain. Those of you who know Dr. Doom, I'm going to tell you something about him. He's the king of his own country. And if he came to America, you couldn't arrest him if he committed a crime because he had diplomatic immunity. He's the only criminal, the only super criminal with diplomatic immunity, but there's something even more interesting that I'm going to let you in on. You know what Dr. Doom wants. He wants to rule the world, and that's common knowledge. The man wants to rule the world. And he's one of Marvel's worst villains, biggest villains. But if you really think about it, those of you who are scholars and who really specialize in legal matters, you could walk up to any policeman in any city and you could say, "Officer, I want to rule the world." It's not a crime. He couldn't do anything to you. You could want to rule the world, and you could say that. Nobody would do anything. So if you really think about it, Dr. Doom, who's one of the world's worst criminals, doesn't do anything you could be arrested for. Now, DC never dreamed up a character like that.
because of Stan's time that he has, and he wants to be available to everybody, sign autographs and whatever, we need to call this pretty short. So this will be our last question.
I'm just getting started.
I'm only doing what people are telling me to do.
All right.
Mr. Lee, being that you are the creator of Marvel superheroes, who would your favorite DC character be? I have to ask. I'm curious.
I don't have any favorite DC. Seriously, if I don't have time to read our own books, you think I'm going to make time to read DC? I'll tell you one last thing, though, since we have to break it off. I'd like to end by imparting some scientific knowledge to people I've been talking to. I feel you deserve it, you rate it. So I'm going to tell you the difference between Marvel and DC when it comes to science, and how Marvel is more scientifically accurate than DC is. We're going to start with Superman. You've all seen Superman flying in the movies, right? And in the books, those of you who read the books. He has no visible means of propulsion. He just goes like this. And he flies. Now we'll talk about Marvel. Take a character like the mighty Thor. He has a hammer with a leather thong that's attached to his wrist. When he wants to go somewhere, he swings the hammer as fast as a propeller. Then he lets it go. The hammer goes flying off. It's attached to his wrist. It pulls him with it. Scientifically sound.
It is an honor to be in a room with you, Mr. Lee. An honor. And I want to take a second here and introduce you all, the crowd. This is the founder of our feast. This is Dan Farr. This is his convention.
I wanted to thank Mr. Lee for being here. It's such an honor.
Yeah, I imagine.
Just a quick secret. We had to send the Incredible Hulk to get him to come. We wanted him so badly. Lou Ferrigno said to talk to him personally to get you here.
He said he'd beat me up if I didn't come.
I was trying to be nice. But thank you so much. Thank you all for making this happen.
Hey, I gotta thank you. You are the greatest audience, the greatest people. You're the nicest people I've met at any convention, and this is one great convention. Excelsior!